Hello, I'm back for my second video after I think what was a successful first video. A breakfast box, which is brand new product we're creating at Eric Lyons. Everything you need for a breakfast for 4 people. Cheers. Before we get into the video, if you could like and subscribe, it's always very helpful. Also, I'll be giving 2 free breakfast boxes away to lucky subscribers on Saturday probably. So yeah, make sure you subscribe and let's get into it. First job of the day, make a tea or coffee. Wakes you up for a big morning of cooking. Cheers. We need to go to Eric Lyons to collect your So after you've woke up and had your first coffee, it's time to go and pick up your breakfast box from Eric Lyons. Everything in here is what you need to create a perfect full English breakfast. Here we go. Obviously, be careful with your knife. What do we have in the Eric Lyons breakfast box? First of all, wedges, loaf of bread would have been picked up in the morning. Second of all, black pudding. Some love it, some hate it. I love it personally. If you don't like it, give it to your neighbour. Eric Lyons thick pork sausages, all made in-house. Next is our dry cured bath bacon. More descriptions on our meat. Look into our website. We are improving it every day, so bear with us. Fifth item on the plate is going to be the Italian chopped tomatoes. The sixth item on the plate is going to be the Heinz baked beans. Nothing beats Heinz. The last and most important item is John Truelove's free-range eggs. They're truly excellent. Right, so now we've all woken up, we are going to prep the only 2 items that need prepping, mushrooms and black pudding. I'll just cut the ends of the stalk off. Bam, bam, bam. I've done about 60% of the mushrooms in there. Basically that's because they do wilt down a lot when you cook them. I'm just doing a rough slice. Put our sliced mushrooms into a bowl. We can just take it all over the stove at once. Next is, what else? Oh yeah, black pudding. I'm going to just take the skin off. So just run your knife down there. I'm going to keep that black pudding for another breakfast down the line. I'll keep for another 3 to 4 days. And again, we're just going to do a few nice rough slices. Just cut your black pudding to however you like it. Down to roughly 1 centimetre, 2 centimetre sort of rings. And that is our prep done. We've just got to cook now over the stove. First stage of the cooking process, we're going to preheat the oven to 180. Next stage of the cooking process, I'm going to quickly grab a knife, open up a bag of sausages, I'm going to slide them into the smaller tray I have, make sure that they're all separated. So next item is the black pudding. This could be very controversial, so I'm going to put the black pudding in the oven. In the comments, you can say what you like. That's the first tray. Takes 20 minutes to cook on a preheated oven at 180 degrees. I'm going to slide them in, set myself a 20-minute timer, and let it do its thing. Next on the jobs list, I'm going to, again, very controversial, the bacon in the oven. Okay, so a few questions have been asked. Do I put oil in the oven trays? Basically no, I don't use oil in much of my cooking. I use non-stick pans and it just adds to the grease factor. I want everything to be nice and clean. We've got nice produce, I don't want to be ruining it with oil. I'm going to set that aside. That'll probably go in, takes about 12 minutes. So when the timer rolls down to 12 minutes, I'm going to slide that in with the sausage and the black pudding. Next, I'm going to be doing the beans and the tomatoes. I don't actually have a microwave. I'm going to be doing them in 2 pans. So I'm going to put the beans in the smaller pan. so time to put the hob on. I'm going to go to about 6 or 7. You don't want it hot enough to burn the bottom of the pan, basically. Because you're not really cooking your beans or your tomatoes, you're just reheating them. Right, so the hob is set up on my cooking station. One thing I do need to remember is we are now at 12 minutes, so I'm going to slide the bacon in. Right, so tomatoes are nicely heating up. We've got the beans nicely heating up here. I'm going to add a knob of butter into the mushrooms, let that melt down. This big pan I'm going to use to poach the eggs. I'm choosing to poach them. You can fry them. Right, so this is the egg top tip that I got taught only last week. Might blow your mind. We're going to put a knob of butter to coat the pan. We're going to take it over to the sink and fill it up with water. Probably about that much, about halfway. This will get you the poached egg correctly every single time without fail. I like to have 2 eggs each, but I might do this in 2 batches, so a 4 and a 4. So while it's cold, we need to crack 4 eggs into the pan. Right, so first 4 eggs are in. I've only popped 1, so I suppose it can only get better from there on. Your butter's now melted for the mushrooms, really hot. I'm going to whack the mushrooms in. So now we've got all the products on the go. We have tomatoes coming up to the heat, we've got the beans coming up to heat, so I'm going to lower them just to 4 or 3 because they just need to stay hot for when we're plating up. Your eggs are sat in the cold water, and that water is going to slowly come to the heat. And it might blow your mind, but these eggs will come out absolutely perfectly in about 5-6 minutes. We're just going to keep juggling with them and try and make them in our space. We need to get the toast on. Why did the bacon laugh? Because the egg made a yolk. Right, the eggs are now done. Absolutely perfect. I'm going to drop them. Right, so we're ready to start plating up. Your eggs have now sat on top of the kitchen roll to dry off. We now next have the beans. Here's your tomatoes. And again, this all comes together in perfect timing. You got your black pudding, got your sausages, and then your bacon, which hasn't stuck to the pan, as promised. So 4 big full English breakfasts, best you can get. We do also have a lot of leftover, which is great. We have 8 eggs. Again, I would usually put 2 eggs on each plate. We've got a few mushrooms, a whole stick of black pudding, and more than half a loaf of the wedges bread. Right, time to make a coffee. Quickly sit down and enjoy your morning's work.